On a humid summer evening, two people can sit inches apart on the exact same patio. Within minutes, one will be a blur of motion, swaying at their neck and retreating indoors with raised, itching welts. The other remains perfectly serene, their skin entirely untouched. For decades, folklore attributed this disparity to dietary choices or the perceived sweetness of one's blood. Clinical evidence confirms that eating garlic, or consuming bananas, or taking vitamin B1 has no measurable impact on whether an insect decides to bite. A mosquito's target selection is governed by a biological algorithm, a precision-tuned hunt millions of years in the making. The drive is a biological necessity. Only female mosquitoes bite, seeking the protein-rich vertebrate blood required to synthesize and develop their eggs. To understand why one person is devoured while another is ignored, we must deconstruct the specific sensory sequence the mosquito uses to navigate its environment. The hunt begins 50 meters away. Because carbon dioxide is heavier than standard atmospheric air, human exhalations travel in turbulent, invisible plumes that roll along the ground and through the underbrush. The insect's hardware is designed to catch these transient molecules. Maxillary palps extending from the lower head use specialized GR3 receptors to detect carbon dioxide, acting as an arousal signal that initiates upwind flight. Consequently, individuals with higher metabolic rates become larger long-range beacons. Larger body mass, strenuous physical exercise, and the late stages of pregnancy all significantly increase carbon dioxide exhalation, making these targets easier to track from a distance. At the 10-meter mark, the presence of carbon dioxide acts as a neurological gate, triggering the mosquito's visual system to begin searching for a physical target. This visual system is tuned specifically to the long-wave red and orange spectrum. This wavelength is reflected by all human skin tones, regardless of pigmentation, providing the mosquito with a clear contrast against the environment. While breath and a visual silhouette pull the predator into the immediate area, they do not provide the chemical detail required to select a specific individual in a crowd. Within 1 meter of the host, the tracking system shifts a third time. The mosquito utilizes IR8 receptors on its antennae to detect acidic volatile compounds radiating from the skin's surface. Human sweat is inherently odorless to insects. The attractive scent is a byproduct of the skin's microbiome, specifically bacteria like Corynebacterium, which are actively metabolizing sweat into volatile organic compounds. Mosquito magnets are individuals whose microscopic ecosystems produce a distinct chemical signature, characterized by significantly elevated levels of long-chain carboxylic acids. Twin studies prove this chemical output is a permanent trait. Identical twins share a much stronger correlation in their attractiveness to mosquitoes than fraternal twins, confirming that the composition of your skin microbiome is encoded in your DNA. In the absolute final stage of the hunt, the mosquito deploys TRPA1 thermoreceptors. By detecting directional thermal infrared radiation, the insect can locate a patch of bare skin for a pinpoint landing, even in total darkness. Every bite is the result of this programmed checklist. The mosquito does not choose a host by luck, but by identifying an inescapable chemical and thermal footprint. This evolutionary trajectory has a dark reality. By bypassing the skin's immunological barrier to feed, mosquitoes have become the deadliest animal vectors on the planet. The targeted feeding behaviors are directly responsible for the transmission of malaria, dengue, and Zika, claiming hundreds of thousands of lives annually. This leads to the question of total eradication, yet the insect is a foundational element of the biosphere. Larvae dominate the biomass of standing water, serving as a critical food source for aquatic predators and birds. They are also underappreciated pollinators. Because male mosquitoes only consume nectar, they are the primary pollinators for certain northern plants, which have evolved to emit compounds like nonanal specifically to attract them. Removing them with indiscriminate pesticides would cause cascading collapses within these aquatic and botanical food webs. Instead of broad pesticides, scientists are now using the mosquito's own sensory hardware to defeat it. One strategy involves releasing mosquitoes infected with Wolbachia bacteria. This microbe suppresses wild populations and prevents viruses from replicating within the insect's own cells. Researchers are also deploying CRISPR-Cas9 gene drives. These allow sterilizing mutations to spread through a population at super Mendelian rates, forcing a rapid collapse in localized disease-carrying populations. These advancements highlight a deeper reality. Humans are not solitary organisms. We are holobionts, whose traits and interactions with the natural world are dictated by the interplay of our DNA and our microbial passengers. A mosquito bite is the physical manifestation of an invisible biological negotiation between the insect's sensory apparatus and our unique body chemistry.